Hey you guys, welcome back to Michael Clarida Arts. Today we're just going to be doing a really short video for you guys. Kind of a look back at a product that I reviewed quite a few months back and posted it online. And the video itself has been really popular, but what I've been receiving, so many messages, so many contacts, emails, whatever you want to call it, pertaining to this particular product that I felt like I had to do kind of a follow-up. You guys know that I review a lot of products on this channel, from desks to peripherals to tablets to computers to drawing display tablets, you name it. I've kind of covered a very broad stroke of products, and I'm very honest, you know, it typically takes about 2 weeks for me to review them. And then if I think that the product needs a follow-up after a year, then I'll do that. And this particular product is kind of the exception to the rule. And the reason why is because it quit working. This, of course, is the C-IDEA, that's made in China IDEA tablet, and it has completely stopped working. You know, I think that from my viewpoint, you buy a product, you read all the description, you receive it in, you charge it up, and you hopefully it'll last longer than a year. You know, I look at the 3 to 5 year plan, right? Especially if I'm using my own money, that I want my electronics to last in the studio environment. But the C-IDEA tablet, it just quit charging. You know, there would be moments where it would completely stop and restart itself, and then there'd be times when it would charge to 20%, 30%, and then it wouldn't charge at all, and then it would come back charging. It's just a lot of weird anomalies, and I kind of looked at it and I'm like, well, is it a software issue? It didn't seem to be. But overall, it just really kind of disappointing. It just quit working. Some of the comments that I was sent in reference to this particular model, this tablet specifically, where, you know, it quit after a month, it quit after 2 months, you know, it quit after 6 months, it stopped working, you know, and some of the other people were saying that the 64 gigabyte storage was wrong, or it did not have an octa-core processor in it. You know, I'm not going to delve too deep into those items because unfortunately, I can't access anything. It won't charge, it won't start, it won't do anything. And even though the case is perfectly fine, there's no battery swelling, the fit and finish of the product is really, I would say, top notch, but overall, it is a disappointment. So, you know, the guys over there at C-IDEA contacted me and wanted me to review this, and I did. And from what I could see, whenever I first received the product, it was fine. Everything was fine. I used it as a media consumption device. I let my kids, you know, who are older, they're not like 5 or 10 years old or anything like that. They're teenagers, and I've got, you know, one in her 20s, and she used it and it was perfectly fine. And then, you know, whenever it came back, I'd say after she used it, and, you know, my son used it a few times, and then, you know, I didn't use it for a couple weeks and it ran down. And then whenever I went to go charge it, it did really weird things. And I know that lithium-ion batteries, if you let them sit for a while, and, you know, we're talking like a year, and then you go to recharge them, then they won't recharge, and you have to use a heat element or something like that. I didn't do any of that. It just, the computer or the device, it charged one day, and then it completely stopped charging the other. So what do I think? Would I recommend this product going forward after owning it? No. And the reason for that is because, you know, the product is supposed to last longer than, I don't know, 3 months, 4 months. And that's kind of a disappointment. Now, I did contact their customer service, and I received no emails back, no contacts. And then I did contact the media liaison, which is the person that contacts you when they want you to do a collaboration. And I did that. I contacted that person 5 times, and I never received a response. So that kind of shows you the customer service aspect of their product line. You know, conversely, and just to give you an example of good customer service, I had an issue with XP Pen. This is their Magic tablet, which still works fantastic. You know, the XP Pen unit, whenever I first received it in, the cursor was kind of offset of their pen, and they put me in contact with their engineer immediately, like within the same day. And then the engineer kind of asked me a bunch of questions, asked me, you know, the model number, and then they started working on a patch, which I believe came out 2 months later. And that was product-wide. So, and that corrected the problem. And to this day, the XP Pen unit has been pretty much flawless after that little hiccup in the beginning. So, the CIDEA product line, they've got a few tablets, I believe. But the thing is this tablet kind of looks very similar to a lot of the other tablets, you know, with this little AI camera and everything kind of looks the same. So I'm wondering if another company made the product and CIDEA just put their logo on it, which is kind of, you know, that happens. And I never want to go out and bash a company for one bad product that I received. So, you know, you know, based upon my experience with them, the customer service, the failed product, the service pertaining to the company's media liaison, those 3 items basically kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. And, you know, I think that needs to be known on the channel, because the video that I have up currently with this, it kind of shows the product in a positive light. So maybe if you take that and look at all the reviews about the product and kind of look at stuff on Reddit and some of the other places pertaining to CIDEA. But from my viewpoint right now, I will not be doing any more reviews or anything for CIDEA, based upon the fact they didn't get in contact with me. That, you know, if they said, oh, you know, Mr. Mike, we think that we can solve your issue, here's another tablet, or, you know, go ahead and see if you can't, you know, send that tablet in and we'll fix it, or whatever, any options. But not communicating is a sign of basically we're not going to deal with the public, and we just don't want to deal with them. And that is unfortunate. So hopefully CIDEA will see this video and kind of realize, oh, we kind of messed up. Let's see if we can't get things resolved. But anyway, that's all I had to say. And I am going to put this particular video in the description of the other video, and conversely, that video, if you want to watch that video, my initial review of the CIDEA tablet, then you can definitely do that in the link below. So that's all for today. More videos coming up. Hopefully you, you know, I wanted to post this video because it needs to be known. But yeah, we got a lot of videos coming up. I got a lot of stuff happening, you know, and hit that notification bell, and you get to see all those really cool new videos. Pretty awesome. All right, you guys, thanks for visiting, and we'll see you next time, okay?